Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. So I want to let you guys know that if you are not on YouTube, you're not getting the full reading. You're only getting a minute or two. So if you want your full message, jump on over to my bio and click my YouTube and go under videos, not shorts. And then you'll get the full reading, Sagittarius. Also, if you're wanting a personal reading to connect with your past loved one, we can try to do that. If you're wanting a personal or a general or just a career reading, or you want to know what the hell's going on in love, whatever. If you guys are looking for that spiritual counsel, which is super popular lately, I have people doing weekly and monthly. Go ahead and email me for all of that and we'll get started. All right, let's jump right in, Sag. I want to tell you guys really quick while I'm shuffling the cards that my daughter redid my dust for me and I freaking love it. Thank you to my daughter. Also, it is 70 degrees here in Illinois today. This is February. So we are super blessed. I hope the weather is good. What's the weather in your area, guys? Put it down in the comments. I'd like to know. I'd like to know where you're from and what your weather is. All right, what do we got for Sagittarius? Ooh, 2 cards right out, 3 cards right out of the deck. All right, guys, so you fell out here with your Wheel of Fortune first. It says luck always changes, Sagittarius, with the cycles and serendipity, any turning point. Don't have fear with this. Just go with the flow and accept the fate. And it was upright. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. The wheels are turning in your favor, okay? The sun is going down here. I have the window open if you guys hear noises. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so with the star card falling out here, you could have something to do with the Aquarius. But Sag, it's also talking about, you know, you have hope, you're really optimistic, and you love replenishing and paying it forward. So spiritually or emotionally, you're being restored or healed because the universe with the star card is pouring back into you. Look at that. Those stars are really standing out to me right now. That's beautiful. Kind of shaped in a horseshoe a little bit. And then it says, hey, Sagittarius, with the 3 of Swords, all that pain and distress caused by mental anguish and hurtful words, people betraying you, or cruelty or injustice, that's all in your past, honey. Either you just went through this or it's in your past because the wheels are turning for you. So I'm going to say this is your first row here and this is your second row. Let me turn on a light really quick because the sun is starting to go down. That's a little bit better. Also, guys, I'm going to let you know I'll be putting a book every week here on the reading table. And if you guys are interested, let me know. Put it down in the comments. This one is about crystals. And they're having me talk about it with you guys because my Sagittarius, I have all the white and pink crystals here on this side. Then my daughter calls this the Arizona area. And then over here is like my arrowheads, turquoise, my Kachina dolls. I'll put them against here. And then turquoise and the purples. So very thankful for her redoing my dust. She's very creative. And I told her, let's, I like the color coding. But this crystal book, okay, it really helps you learn about crystals. I picked this up at a spot called Half Price Books. And it's color coded too, okay? Look at, do you see how it's like the rainbow? So it just tells you, like the one I opened to is called Blue Moonstone. And so this moonstone is a type of potassium and aluminum. But what this is for is it helps gently calm your energy field or aura and clears negative energies and strengthening inner peace. It eases your feelings of stress and anxiety, especially those linked to hormonal fluctuations such as PMS or menopause. And it enhances your intuition by increasing receptivity to your inner creativity. So it's telling you, and I'm doing this for a reason because you're the only reading that I did this in, even though I've had the book out. What you can do for your healing effects with the blue moonstone is you place 3 stones over the heart, throat, and third eye to experience deep peace and inner calm and open the mind to the deeper reflection. Hold the piece in each hand to enhance receptive feminine energy in the body. This doesn't matter whether you're male or female, okay? Personal uses. Wear over the heart or throat chakra to enhance inner peace and tranquility. So, put down in the comments, guys, blue moonstone. And I'd like to know what you think about that, and when you used it, what happened, and if you purchased it. Blue moonstone. I will tell you guys, recently I found this. I redid my office and I found my ring. I thought I had lost it. But this ring does kind of some of the similar stuff that I was talking about. So, okay, Saggy, blue moonstone, okay, in the crystal book. That will definitely help you. And with your 3 of swords, yep, you went through heartbreak, or you're going to be. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm so done with people fucking me over. Like, I'm done. I mean, I get it. I've been through that, and I've been through it and been through it. You just got to pull yourself away from those people or situations, Sagittarius, because the more and more that you don't, there's just the more and more they're going to keep continuing to hurt you, okay? And that's not fair to you. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, hey, your luck is always changing, and the Star card is the Universe card. That's what I look at as it as too, but it is an Aquarius card. And it just looks like you love paying it forward, and the universe loves paying it forward to you. So just know that. Whatever you put out into the world, Saggy, that's what's going to give back to you. We're only 3 cards in. And you guys got a lot of information. That's beautiful. All right, what else for Sagittarius? Oh, you guys, also today I'm going to be pulling out of the Cosmic Journey Oracle after this tarot reading. It's going to be in the same reading, but after this deck I'm doing right now. I'm going to pull out of this. It's called the Cosmic Journey Oracle. And then this is what the cards look like. They're like a universe card space. They look beautiful. Okay, so a couple cards fell out here, Saggy. 2 of Swords. Okay. Your 2 of Swords came out. Look at this. Male or female is blindfolded. They got their swords up and crossed. So it's saying to you, again, with this heartbreak up here with this 3 of Swords bullshit, you had a lot of mental conflict. There was a difficult choice you had to make. And that's where I'm saying that I see you guys are cutting off more people. I know you've already cut off 1 million of them, but you're cutting off more. You want to know why? They can't go with you to your next level, Sagittarius. I know that's hurtful and sad to hear, and you wished your whole life that they could go with you to your next level of abundance and intuition and ascension. But they're not coming, honey. And you have to just love them and let them go. Let them do their own thing. Let them build their life. So this looks to me like this is your past, or you're currently going through it, and the second row is what you're moving into. Okay, so with the 6 of Wands, it looks like you're riding around on your horse. People have their wands in their hand, and you're having victory. You're having victory and achievements. If this isn't happening yet, it's definitely coming in. And you know what, Sagittarius? It's very well-deserved recognition and approval and praise that's coming into you. You're having clear progress. You're moving forward, honey. You have the motivation, urge, and ambition. You took action. You have the energy to keep moving forward. And you're going to do big things in this life, Sagittarius, and there's not a damn thing anybody can fucking do about it. So don't let people hold you back. So Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the 6 of Wands, this is going to be happening if it's not already. This is your shit past, right? Listen, you needed your past so you could be the person that you are today. You know? Don't have regrets, like they say. Regrets. Don't have fears. That's another thing. Fears will hold your ass back. It will hold your ass back. I think before I get into the reading of the Cosmic Oracle, I want to talk a little bit about ego and the shadow side and the inner child. This is how I help my clients too when they do the spiritual counsel. But let's pull maybe another card or two and see what's going on. So don't worry, Saggy. You're coming out of this shit with people. It already happened or it's happening. You're moving into the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Six of Wands that we went over. What else do we have for Sagittarius? I know you guys spent a lot of time helping others, and it's okay. That's who we are. But now you're helping yourself, right, Sagittarius? If not, you need to get that show on the road. What else do we have for Sag? Oh, holy shit. That's a lot of cards, and they did turn over. Okay, let's talk about them. Let me take a drink here. Excuse me, I was finishing my shake for the day. Because I did not have one this morning. Okay, guys. So, you got your Knight of Cups. And this is what I was just talking about this. Okay, this is everything I just said to you. Moving that out of the way. So, your Knight of Cups. I'm going to show you the card. You have a lot of empathy for others. And you're definitely motivated by feelings, whether they're poetic or romantic. And you fully embrace and show emotion. This is what I was just talking about. Like, you helped everybody else already, but now it's time to help yourself. So, I'm gonna pull this up here, okay? And then your Queen of Swords fell out. This is you on your throne. You got your sword up. Male or female, it doesn't matter. And you're very quick and clever. You're an independent thinker. You're very candid and direct. You're articulate. And you share your knowledge. So this is you. You're sharing your knowledge with the world. You're not being greedy. You're not letting the ego get to you or the shadow side. You're sharing your knowledge. You're sitting on your throne and you're helping others. And because you did this, this is why this Wheel of Fortune is here, the Star and the Six of Wands. The Nine of Wands is saying that you were resilient, you were not giving up, you're bruised, and you're watching out for the next shit, right? This is up here in this row that you went through. Listen, karma is a bitch, okay? I know a lot of people say this, but I'm looking at all the rest of these cards that fell out. And with the Judgment card, there's a spiritual awakening. You know, you're healing and you're ascending to the next level. This is exactly what I just said to you. But those people cannot come with you. See all those people? Look at them. They're like, oh, I want to go with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is up here doing big things and I want to go with her or him. I love them. People have regrets down here. That's their problem, right? So, okay, it's the Judgment card. The sins will be forgiven. If you have sins yourself, you're having that self-assessment and repentance journey. You worked on yourself, and now you're reaping the rewards of that. That's coming. So, you know what? God bless the people, but you have to move on without them. All those people down there, okay? Your King of Swords, you're sitting on your throne, okay? Sagittarius, you're very strong-minded. You always seek the truth. You seek to have clarity and be fair, and you give wise advice, and you're very smart when it comes to leadership. You are the leader, Sagittarius. Look at this, okay? You have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. You are the beginning and the end, honey. Period. I mean, look. I'm going to put this here. It goes with it. So you got the Fool card, and it's saying you're looking for a fresh start. Or it also means you could be dealing with somebody young who is inexperienced and they're naive and that you need to teach them the ropes. So it looks like you could be dealing with a younger adult, or if you're a younger adult or younger, this could be you. But you need to take this person and teach them everything you know to leave that legacy, okay? So you're teaching people, you're teaching the youth. This could be you want something to do with the youth and to help them. I mean, you guys go out in the world. I mean, I've said this to other readings. It doesn't just have to be a holiday that you go and volunteer. You can volunteer year round. Like, I like going to the youth centers and volunteering. Okay? So, that young person, I don't know if they've came to you yet or you have kids, whoever it is, but this young person's going to need some direction. They're going to come to you. Put it down in the comments. So the Seven of Wands, you felt challenged. You were protecting your position and standing your ground. And that goes here with this Knight of Wands, where you're like, I went through the shit show of the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands. And now this is what's going on. Look at the Sun. Okay, look at, again, this goes back to you. You put in all that work. You're reaping your rewards. You're going to have investments and long-term strategy. Be patient, Sagittarius. What you've been building, all these different businesses, relationships, PRing like a motherfucker, all the shit that you're doing, it doesn't matter. And if you haven't had a side hustle or opening your own business yet, maybe that's something you should think about doing. It's a possibility you may get a promotion in your job. But whatever work you've been putting to whatever it is, relationship, career, you are definitely getting the rewards of it, honey. And don't you worry. The Judgment card is there. And you are ascending to the next level, period. We got, what, 5, 10, 13 cards out here on the deck. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there. It's saying because you've done the work and did what you need to do, you're reaping the rewards. I'm going to pull out of the Cosmic Journey like I was telling you real quick. Yeah, this is a longer reading, but I think it was something that was needed, Sagittarius. Man, your luck's changing. Your cycles, the wheel is turning towards you, Saggy. And the Star card here, the universe is, they're like, Sagittarius, we've been watching you. And I want to tell you, they watch you. They watch you, okay? Before I pull out of this, I forgot for a second, I wanted to, and I wrote this down so I can share it with you guys because I'm not perfect. I can't remember everything, right? But I want to talk about the ego, the shadow side, and the inner child. So this is something I go through with spiritual counsel too. One of the many things. But I want to tell you when it comes to ego, so you guys know what you're dealing with within yourself, or when you're having a conversation with others, you know how to react and know how to recognize what's actually going on in the conversation or what's going on with another person or yourself. So the ego, okay, we have the ego. The ego is angry, right? Then you have your shadow side. The shadow side's sad. And then you have your inner child in the middle that comes in, swoops in. And it's saying the ego operates from anger. It's like projecting, rejecting and blaming everybody else but yourself for your problems. There's no accountability there, right? And then the shadow side absorbs all that shit and absorbs like responsibility and acts from this place of victim and helplessness and hopelessness. And then they're all integrated in together. Even though I put them into 3 categories, it helps to understand them better when I explain them separately. Your inner child is stemming from the place of when you were younger, okay? You're an adolescent. And whatever comes into play there, whether you had a good childhood or not, there's still that inner child that you need to work on, period. Everybody does, including myself. Which for the last 9 years, the things I'm explaining to you and talking to you about, I've been working on those things. It's been a long time coming these last 9 years. I didn't just get to where I'm at and how I think and became wise. I had to do a self-discovery journey and really work on myself. So when I talk to you about this, it isn't like I'm saying I miss know-it-all. I'm talking to you like, hey, I've done this. I'm still doing it, and I learn each day. So anyway, I put them into 3 categories, but ultimately at the end of the day, they do come into each other and integrate. And it helps to understand them better when I separate them. So how one or the other shows up in these different masks that everybody, including myself, puts on before for me every day, you start to really recognize when you do the work. When you do the shadow work, you're able to see things from a different perspective. So like, let's say, for example, you were looking and having a conversation and remember how you responded to one thing before. And now that we're never really fully healed, right? But we're always working on ourselves. Now that you're more healed, you're more wise, you've done the self journey, you've done the shadow work, you've done the ego work, you've done the inner child work. Now, when you look back at those conversations, or doesn't matter what it is you're looking back on, you're like, wow. Because when I tell my clients this, they're like, holy shit, Ashley, I didn't realize it was my ego talking. I'm scared of my ego type shit. So then they start to work on it. So anyway, when you do the shadow work, you're able to see the things from a different perspective for shadow work and ego work and inner child. We do these exercises. The things that I'm telling you is one thing, but to actually do the exercises is another, right? So when we do these, we create the ego. Some people don't even realize till they start working on their ego or shadow side. They didn't even realize that it was going on, and they didn't even realize it was their ego talking. And that's what I'm talking about, where they're like, holy shit, now I'm scared of my ego. I need to work on that. So these are parts we need to hold compassion for, though, guys. We can't just be like, oh, the ego and the shadow, like, oh, screw them. No, or the inner child. We need to have compassion and forgiveness and embrace all three of them. Like, come here, inner child. Come here, shadow. Come here, ego. Let me give you a hug, right? We need to embrace them, because if we don't, then we'll never be able to be to our true selves of why we were meant to be here. So this is how we tune back into self. This is how we align with the highest self, okay? And then we all want the sweetness of life, right? So this is how we surrender to the sweetness in life. You say to yourself, I am a work in progress. We all say this because we are. And then I ask my clients, I'm like, hey, I tell them, you were told who you were supposed to be your whole entire life by society, by your parents, by your grandparents, school, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. You grew up thinking who you were supposed to be. They told you who to be. And then when I look you directly in your eye, Sagittarius, and I'm like, who are you really? Put it down in the comments. Who are you really? When I ask some of my clients this, not all, but a lot of them, including myself before I started working on myself, it was quiet. There was crickets. They don't know who their true self was. I didn't either at the time. So then I'm like, hey, aren't you curious to discover who you really are? Aren't you curious to discover who you were truly meant to be and why you were put on this earth, what you're supposed to be doing? You could be doing one thing, Sagittarius, but ultimately you were put here for a whole different reason. And then I'm like, aren't you curious to find that out? So in my spiritual counsel sessions and coaching, these are some of the things that we work on, and I just wanted to share them with you. Because when you really think about it, you can go back and rewind this video on different parts. You can write it down. But please put down in the comments. I want to know, what are you guys doing to work on your ego side? What are you guys doing to evolve in this world? What are you doing to work on your shadow side? Have you worked on your inner child? Have you worked on your ego or shadow side? Put it down in the comments. I want to know what you guys are doing to better yourselves, to evolve, and what you're doing in this world. And if you're looking to get some help with those, definitely email me, okay? It's everywhere. All right, let me shuffle these really quick. Listen, so it's a fire sign for Sagittarius, right? You don't want to put your blowtorch out all the time. I mean, sometimes the blowtorch needs to come out, right? I get it, but you got to be humble too. What do we got for Sagittarius? But with Sagittarius, it's usually the people that are jelly bellies, envious, whatever. I don't give a shit what it is. They'll pull the lion out of us, and that's on them. Okay, so number 30. It's got a heart, and it says, trust and act accordingly. This is just what I was explaining about how, yes, you need to pull out your torch sometimes, but not all the time. So it's saying, trust and act accordingly. Number 30, if you guys want to look that up, put it down in the comments. What did you find about number 30? And then it's so funny that this came out because they're like, number 13, every cycle is a higher opportunity. This always comes to me. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. And that is super true, Sagittarius. That is number 13, and you have number 30. Number 9, cut away what is no longer needed for you. And this is what I was talking about here. Remember I was showing you guys that card, the judgment card? Look. So this is going to go hand in hand with this card. All those people that want to evolve and ascend with you, they can't. Okay? Cut away what is no longer needed for you, Sagittarius. And that is super, super, super true. So I'll go ahead and take a picture of this and put it on the front screen of the reading for YouTube. And again, wherever else you're at, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, please jump on over to my YouTube and get the full reading, which obviously you have if you're listening to this part. But always remember that. Super important. All right, man. Well, we're 26 minutes basically almost, and I'm going to jump off here and say this is your message, Sagittarius. Take care of yourself.